And a pleasant good evening to you, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to more Phillies baseball here on the Bilskie channel. We're getting set for Game 1 of a weekend three-game series with the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals. As Phils are getting set here, they had a very, very successful American League tour with Seattle and Houston. Going 6 for 6 in wins, going undefeated in both series, sweeping both the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros, bringing it back to a National League park where the more traditional pitcher would be batting. And yeah, so we're going to get right back into some National League baseball action here as we're going to get it started here. It's kind of rainy around here because of the storm coming in off the Atlantic, the tropical storm, so I guess we're going to go with the going weather theme here. Zach Eflin heads to the hill today, and there is your starting lineup. Andrew McCutchen leads off, playing left field. Roman Quinn, center fielder, batting second. Bryce Harper, the right fielder, batting third against his former team here. The big fella, Rhys Hoskins, at first base, batting fourth. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Gene Segura. In there at that fifth spot today. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, batting sixth. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Scott Kingery. Batting eighth, Andrew Knapp behind the plate tonight for the pitcher, Zach Eflin. So there is your starting lineup. And the winning streak, I believe now, is at 14, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least we're looking for win number 14. Either that, 14 or 15. But there's the starting lineup for your Philadelphia Phillies. 78 and 15 on the season. It's McCutchen, Quinn, and Harper. Hoskins, Segura, Gregorius, Kingery, Knapp, and Eflin. That is your starting nine. There is your starting pitching matchup, which disappeared very quickly. Here's Game 1. Phillies and Nationals. Enjoy the game.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals. The Phillies have won 14 straight games so far. We'll see if they can extend that to 15 next. Anibal Sanchez will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. So guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
The 1-1 now to McCutchen. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Well, looks like they were determined to be aggressive early, and it almost results in a home run in the first at-bat of the game, but he'll settle for a double and hope the number 2 man can pick him up.
Stepping into the box, Roman Quinn. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Quinn has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman, and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base, and he's thinking about second and third.
And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. So next to the plate for the Phils, Bryce Harper. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
And that's in there, 2-1. To first. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead-off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman. Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike 2. Still 1-2.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Phillies 1. The Nats coming to bat. You're watching. Zach Eflin gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, please, Zach, what do you got?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is, they're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to...
And they got him.
Well, this game is still getting underway, so maybe he wasn't quite awake yet over there at first. Hate to have a guy picked off, but I guess it's better in the first than in the ninth.
The pitch. Pitch is popped up. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I know they're hoping for a turnaround from Asdrubal Cabrera in the near future. Last month, he turned in less than 20 hits. He's just been real inconsistent. That's not terrible, but it's not good either. And he's the guy that they need to be productive. I'm looking for a bounce back here.
The 1-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
3-1 to Howie Kendrick. 2 out, nobody on. He loses him on ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Here now is Juan Soto. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Out in front of it, strike 1. Kendrick is off of first with 2 away. And that misses 1-1. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. The 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if he'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base there.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 18 homers and 38 runs batted in. Comes set, the 0-1. Two down, runners at first and second. Thames behind 1-2.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nats leave a pair. They still trail 1-0. Well, there is some weather in the area here in D.C. as we begin the second, and for more on that, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, it doesn't appear that we're going to get much of a break from this rain at all as the game progresses. However, I am also hearing that this rain isn't supposed to intensify too much. The grounds crew will be on standby just in case the umpires do call a delay, but the goal is to get this one in uninterrupted.
Yeah, Heidi, and thanks. Even with all the technology that we have today to be able to forecast the weather accurately, one never knows what Mother Nature has in store. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in a wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Segura behind on a 1-2 count. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. In there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
He's set and the pitch. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And in steps Scott Kingery as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Eaton going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And surprisingly, both runners able to advance 90 feet. Second and third now with only 1 away.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Settling in now, Zach Eflin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Comes set, now the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. On now to the bottom of the second. Phillies lead this one 2-0. Standing in, Kurt Suzuki. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Now at the plate, Asdrubal Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looking at his career totals, Zimmerman comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. And the fastball is off his glove and it gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Two and one. Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Sent out to straightaway center field. Quinn is there. Let's see if they try it. And neither runner will be able to move up. And it's a wasted chance with 1 out in the inning now. So striding in, Anibal Sanchez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
He must have been sitting fastball right there, because he is not going to see a better pitch tonight. He cannot let that hanger go.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. New inning set to get underway. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Andrew McCutchen. Here comes the first pitch. McCutchen currently finds himself at the top of the list in all-star voting among left fielders, so fans are certainly rewarding him for the season he's enjoying to this point.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the all-star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
A 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in now, Roman Quinn. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
The windup and the 0-1. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. Little chopper back to the mound. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. And another throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. 2 out with the man at first. Once more, a throw over. And he just manages to get his hand in. Here's the 1-1.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
The 1-2. Down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. A runner on first with 2 away. He's running again. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good.
The Nationals are due to hit in the third, and they're looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had its trouble doing so all season long. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And there's a swing and a miss by Kendrick as he falls behind now 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. Juan Soto to the plate now as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Standing in now, Eric Thames, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. First and second now, 1 man out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled off. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Stepping in now, Kurt Suzuki, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is McCutchen. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Kendrick rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. It's a 2-2 game.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Cabrera, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
And the 3-1, and this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. Stepping in, Ryan Zimmerman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Now here's a line drive that will make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Here's Didi Gregorius as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. A base hit in his first trip. Now the 1-0. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
At the plate now, Scott Kingery. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that. And he's way off balance with the swing there. Just hung in there on that one. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ground ball left side. And there are 2 away now. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Andrew Knapp. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He's set. The 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Line drive to left. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. While they've certainly hit some balls hard, 5 of their base hits have come from ground balls. In an era where launch angle is king, this appears to be somewhat of a throwback performance. But clearly, there are many ways to success for a team at the plate.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Here now is Trey Turner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Grounder down the line at 3rd, but a foul ball, 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Liner toward right center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there, staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Pitch inside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Manny. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so...
Yeah, now after the stolen base, it looks as though the dugout wants to go ahead and put him on here to keep that double play in order with 1 away. So runners at 1st and 2nd here with 1 away, and stepping in is the 2nd baseman, Howie Kendrick. Front door with the slider, he clips the zone for a called strike. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
The 0-2 once more. Soft liner to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at 3rd as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
You know, it's funny, the first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And it's fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both of these guys bringing it pretty good. 97 and 93 is the top recorded speed so far. So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th. And in steps the lefty power threat, Eric Thames. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Fouled away. Here's the 1-1. This one's in there. Maybe should have been strike 3, but instead it's 1-2 now.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 left for Washington. Through 4, we're deadlocked at 2 apiece. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
All right, Heidi, thank you. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Eaton calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Now at the plate, Roman Quinn. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Runs up and gets this one down. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit. And Nick Pivetta, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound. Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slow roller out to short. Reined in. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Now at the plate, Asdrubal Cabrera. It was a walk in his last trip. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. A high fastball is in there.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Due next, there's Ryan Zimmerman. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another full count pitch home. Now this is foul tipped right into the catcher's glove as he holds on to preserve the strikeout, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Ryan Zimmerman. There's prior history in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to coming to the plate now, Bryce Harper. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Back at it is Sanchez as he moves ahead of the leadoff man here. 0-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. 1-0 the count. And the pitch.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded weakly toward third. Fielded cleanly on to first, and Sanchez has got it working now. There are 2 away. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
Whoa, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Starlin Castro is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Fastball in there for a called strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 7 homers and 28 RBIs. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Popped up. Kingery has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 7.
And now for Washington, Trey Turner. Last time through was a base hit. In there, and it's 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Pitch on the way. Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
And again, a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses, ball 1. Turner's on his horse on his way to second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Waiting on deck is Howie Kendrick. Taking all the way, and that's what you call a plausible strike there. It's 3-1 now. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
Boy, the Nationals could use a big hit right here. They really haven't been able to do much all game long. This would be a great time to get something going.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
The lefty, number 22. Juan Soto.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Juan Soto. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. No balls and 1 strike. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
And he fouls this one off. 0-2. Here it is. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Now goes to get it, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Tanner Rainey is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Smoke toward the hole. And that's through into right. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Into the box now, Scott Kingery. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Man, that's going to drive the manager insane. He loses control of his release point, and now the go-ahead run moves 90 feet closer to scoring. He's going to have to make some good pitches now to get out of this.
Digging in once again, Andrew Knapp. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
1-0 pitch on the way.
A good fastball above the belt is normally a pitch that batters love to take a rip at, but that one froze it.
The 1-1.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Roenis Elias comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. JT Realmuto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1. Elias, a left-hander that stands 6'1" tall. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And this is low, ball 2, 2-1. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. The 3-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Here comes the right fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now the 1-0. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Grounded back up the middle. Kendrick's got it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping up to the plate, Roman Quinn. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And boy, the Phils just keep right on rolling as this will be extra bases again. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. That was not a good pitch, but he handled it nicely, guys.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this guy. That pitch was off the plate, but he shows great reach, gets good extension, and drives it for a 2-bagger.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Like that pitch there. Lefty on lefty matchup. Curveball away to a lefty. Smart pitch.
Just off the outside that time. Laid off for a ball. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs. Let's see if he attacks his zone or buries something in the dirt.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. 3 runs already home here. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Here's a swing and a bouncing ball hits a Turner. It's short. And danger there, but he's able to get the swipe tag on the runner going by. A good save, and that'll end the inning. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3 on this 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. It's now 5-2 Philadelphia. Adam Morgan gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. At the plate, Eric Thames. He went down on strikes last time up.
And you can live with punching out with the bases empty, but in his last at bat with 2 runners in scoring position, you cannot go down not putting the ball in play. Too much on the line, too many ribby opportunities out there to swing and miss in that spot.
First pitch of the at bat. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Morgan has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
The 2-0. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A full count now. Fouled off. He's set. Here's the 3-2, and he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
In now, Kurt Suzuki.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Harper is there, 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Cabrera.
Standing in Asdrubal Cabrera. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Phillies 5 and the Nationals 2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Daniel Hudson is in out of the bullpen now, as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Yan Gomes is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 10,
First pitch on its way. Rhys Hoskins is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. The 0-1 pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled away. And this misses, and Hudson goes to a full count now. It's 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. 5-2 our score as we get a look inside the numbers. It's our starter comparison for the 2 gentlemen that took the hill to start the ball game. Now to the plate, Gene Segura. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Got him swinging in the dirt. Gomes has it. And he makes the throw to first. Segura is retired. 2 down now. Digging in and looking for more, Didi Gregorius. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Kendrick gets to it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're still out in front, 5-2. Blake Parker is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the veteran first baseman Ryan Zimmerman. From the stretch, here's the pitch. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Now a splitter that time that had a bit too much to it as it just about got him. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Now got it.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Pitch on the way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. The 1-1 home. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far. To the plate now, Trey Turner, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Breaking ball and a good one on the corner to make it 0-2.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Here it comes. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail 5-2. Ryan Harper enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. So coming to the plate, Scott Kingery. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball one.
And think about it. In game one of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
The 1-1 home.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
The 1-2. Line drive to center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Striding into the box, Andrew Knapp. He went deep to the tune of a 3-run job his last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
From the stretch. Hit back toward the mound. Throw gets him 2 down. Adam Hazley will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Now the 1-0. Hit hard down the line. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Standing in now, Andrew McCutchen. Fouled off. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. Into the box, Roman Quinn. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
From the belt, the pitch. High and deep to straightaway right. Thames has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Phillies leave a couple. and it remains 5-2. Hector Neris takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Adam Eaton.
Tough task ahead here, as this guy, one of the top save guys in the league right now. He's been very reliable shutting the door. Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming, and then boom, the bottom falls out of it. Terrific pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as we head toward the All-Star break, you can see he's on top of the NL in that category. Here's Howie Kendrick. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Here's the center fielder. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Number 22, Juan Soto.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Juan Soto. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
The 0-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last strike now for the Nats. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, another game and another night to celebrate another victory. I'm just excited we've been able to be here to witness this amazing streak. There's nothing prettier in the world than good baseball, and that's just what they're giving us.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Phils host road win number 40 on the year. Nick Pivetta gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Hector Neris earns the save out of the bullpen, number 36 on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Yes, that is the ball game as the Phillies head down to Washington, D.C. and Nationals Park and take Game 1 against these Washington Nationals by a final score of 5-2 as Nick Pivetta comes into relief for a very struggling, I should say, Zach Eflin. He struggled a lot, threw a lot of pitches, and at one point, even though he had 9 strikeouts, couldn't get anybody out. And I had to bring in Nick Pivetta, and he gets credited with the win. And what a game for Andrew Knapp. Every so often, he really shows a lot of brilliance at the plate, and he did that today. And if it wasn't for his 3-run home run, we might still be playing right now as we take you to the highlights, some of the action that went down earlier on in this one. As you see, it was a ground ball out. I guess we'll call that a fielder's choice, but a run scored on that play, so that made it 1-0 Phils in the top. So Phil started off the scoring. Andrew Knapp also with a fielder's choice. 4-3 on the putout with an RBI scored. So Andrew Knapp with his first RBI of the game. That would be the first of 4 he would go ahead and get. We'll see that 3-run home run, I'm sure, upcoming in the highlights here if the boys in the truck would move this along here. I'll tell you what, anytime the Phillies have faced the Nationals, Kurt Suzuki is always a thorn in their side, as he puts this where they're not. And I don't know what happened there. I couldn't get control of either one of these guys. Kutch chases it down. It's tied at 2 at that point. And what a catch. This is the second time they've been a victim of the dive-in catch that happened in Houston last night. Yep, he's looking up saying, what am I going to have to do to get this guy out? Wow, there's a picture. He did have 9 strikeouts in the game. I mean, I got to give it to him. He struck out some batters, but I don't know. Well, here's the home run that put him ahead for good, as Andrew Knapp, in for JT tonight, goes yard as he sends this one out of here. Home run, 3-run home run, 5-2 in the 7th. And my friends, that's all it would take for our closer to come in and shut the door. You talk about a guy who's unhittable. You're looking at him right there, Hector Neris. He has been absolutely, I hate to use the term lights out, because we as Phillies fans remember Brad Lidge, and there was the final strikeout. Soto goes down chasing that evil splitter. I hate to say lights out, because there's only been one lights out guy through the history of the Phillies that I'm aware of, back to 2008 in the perfect season. That was Brad Lidge. Well, so far Hector Neris is 36 for 36. He earned his 36th save tonight, in for Nick Pivetta, who came in for Zach Eflin. So it was a bullpen night tonight for the Phillies pitching staff, as Andrew Knapp goes 1 for 4 with 4 runs batted in on the day and a home run. Andrew McCutchen 2 for 5 with a double. Adam Hazley comes in a pinch hitting role. He comes in with a shot, a double, as a matter of fact. Didi 2 for 4 also scored a run. So there is your player of the game, and much deserved, I might add. As well, you know what? Honestly, I got to give it to Nick Pivetta too. He came in and did some yeoman's work out of the bullpen. When I went up for dinner, we also saw Adam Morgan come in for a little bit, but it was the closer, our enforcer, Hector Neris, who was lights out. As Phils now are on quite the streak here. I believe that is their 14th straight win, so they're on a bit of a winning streak right now on this road trip. Nick Pivetta, with the win, improves his record to 2-0. That is out of the bullpen. It wouldn't be out of the realm of comprehension due to his performance tonight. And anytime we brought him in, really, he's been very effective. I know earlier on in the season he ran into some trouble. He got sent back down due to player personnel moves. But Nick Pivetta has always been, I would dare say, somewhat effective in a starting role in seasons past. So we might actually see him in the starting rotation, perhaps maybe in the second half. But he gets the win tonight. Tanner Rainey gets the loss. I could not figure Anibal Sanchez out, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of glad they took him out of the game, because I was having fits at the plate. He was throwing all kinds of junk. I probably should have walked more than I did. However, Phil's winners tonight here on Friday Night Baseball by a final score of 5-2. And then tomorrow we see Double V, Vince Velasquez. Bobby, leave him alone. So Vince Velasquez will go tomorrow night, and he will be opposed by Max Scherzer. That's going to be another interesting matchup, to say the least, as Max Scherzer, one of the top pitchers. But then again, so is Vince Velasquez. Max Scherzer perennially has been one of the top pitchers for quite some time. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup on Saturday night. And then Sunday afternoon, the final game of the first half of the 2020 simulated season here, as it'll be Aaron Nola looking for win number 16, and he will be opposed by Steven Strasburg. That will be quite the matchup. But yes, there you see your tops player, spotlight player of the game, our backup catcher, Andrew Knapp, with a 1 for 4 day and a big one in that 1 for 4, as he strokes a 3-run home run to take the lead for good, and the Phils just didn't look back after that. Nick Pivetta the win, Tanner Rainey the loss, and Hector Neris his 36th save in as many tries. So that is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, as you usually do. And don't forget to follow the page right here. I should say follow the Bilskie channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the that little bell gimmick there that if you... all right, the notification button there. That anytime I go on for Phillies baseball, it will notify you when I go on. So there you have it. And don't forget to check out Bilskie's Philly season on Facebook. I usually kind of wrap up the games and give previews of games and whatnot, and some Phillies history and whatnot. So that's it on this Friday, July 10th. 2020. The Phils walk away with a victory of Game 1 against these Nationals. Game 2 tomorrow night, around about 7 o'clock, maybe earlier, who knows. But there will be a game tomorrow night. Phils and Nationals back at it as Vince Velasquez looking for, what did I say, win number 13. Looking for a baker's dozen. As you see, the Phils pretty much running away with the National League East as their nearest competitor is 23 games behind. Nationals now 38.5 games out. It's looking like the Phillies' year as far as the National League East is concerned, and I dare say the best team in baseball is making a strong bid to take the second half as well if they play half as good as they played in this first half. Excuse me. It's looking really good that they'll make their way to the playoffs, roar into the playoffs at this point. And I know I'm projecting quite a bit, but that'll be for another time. But anyway, there's your final. 5-2, Game 1. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll look for you tomorrow here on the Bilskie channel for more Phillies baseball. That's it for now. Have a good night, everybody.